All right, folks, I read this to you as I welcome you back to the Steve Malzberg Show, and I mean no disrespect. This is from a column by Taleeb Starks, American thinker, columnist, author of The Uncivil War, Blacks versus the N-word, with, not the whole N-word, but that's what he's saying. He wrote a column called or titled, "My Fellow Blacks, Can I Criticize Dear Leader Now?" But in his column, he says before he goes on to criticize Dear Leader, as he refers to President Obama, he says, "Let me recite Dear Leader's prayer, so I will not incur the wrath of those who would attack me." So let me. He says, "Anyway, without further ado, in this manner I pray." So I mean, no disrespect by this, but this is what he wrote: "Our Father who art in the White House, hallowed be thy name. Thy constitutionless kingdom come. Thy will be done in America as it is in the hood. Give us this day our daily handouts and forgive our criminality, although we won't forgive the white man for criminalizing us. And lead us not into self-sufficiency, but deliver us from patriotism. For thine is the constitutionless kingdom, and the power and the glory forever and ever and ever and ever." Then he writes, "Wow, after saying Dear Leader's prayer, I now feel blacker than ever, and I'm suddenly having second thoughts about criticizing him. Maybe I should just shut up and embrace today's rationing of hope and change. Besides, Dear Leader has a strong disdain for dissenters." Let's welcome in the man who wrote that and say hello to Taleeb Starks. Hello, Taleeb.
Hey, Steve. Thanks for having me again.
Yeah, good to have you back. Well, I saw this piece. I just read the prayer, pointing out that you wrote it, I didn't, and I didn't mean to offend anybody because I'm Jewish and the whole thing, so I didn't want to go into that. But anyway, so talk about what led you to write. First of all, the president said something today: "I'm not a perfect man and I'm not a perfect president," and he also claimed, of course, that he had no idea that the website wouldn't work properly. Otherwise, he said, I might be a lot of things, but I'm not stupid enough to go around saying, you could surf the web like Amazon if I knew it was going to be bad. So do you believe him? And what do you think of him humbling himself to say he's not perfect?
Oh, no, I don't believe him for 1 minute. And I grew up with the knowledge that stupidity can't be fixed. And that's what Obamacare epitomizes, stupidity. And this quick fix notion that he has is nothing less than him trying to put a bandage on a wound that won't heal. America would not recover from this wound that Obamacare will inflict.
Now, in the book Double Down, you quote from there. We just had Mark Halpern, the co-author of that book, on the other day and made some news with it. But he does talk about in the book how Obama has, it doesn't admire, let's say, professional blacks. And you write that, what the quote was from the book: "Obama had little patience for the professional left and vanishingly close to zero for what one of his senior African-American aides referred to as professional blacks as opposed to black professionals." And you say the disobedient professional blacks need to throw themselves at Dear Leader's feet and beg for mercy, as evidenced by the more than 90% black turnout for him in 08 and 012. He's our savior. Now, you took this, obviously, to an extreme, which I have no problem with. But what motivated you to do this at this time?
Well, it was this whole Obamacare debacle. And I watched families talk about losing insurance, and I'm one of those families. I didn't lose insurance, but my health insurance tripled, and my dental insurance premium quadrupled. And as a family man, how do I explain that to my family that we're going to have to find money from somewhere to pay for this cost of this Ponzi scheme that Obama is running? And once I learned that my premiums jumped to such an extent, I was so angry that I wanted to drive down to the White House. And I wasn't driving down there for a beer summit. I really wanted to throw rocks at the castle, throw stones at the emperor, so to speak. And I'm still upset. And so I poured some of that into the article. And I was waiting for people around me in my community to show that same type of anger, but it never manifested.
Well,
So,
why has it not manifested?
because he can do no wrong. You have to understand that this guy is a sugar high that the black community is under when it comes to Obama. He's the supreme sugar daddy. Although he does nothing for the black community, the fact that he's black is enough for them to hold on, and hopefully he sprinkled something from the table, some type of crumbs from the table, and they will happily embrace that as long as the hand that's sprinkling the goodies is black and Democrat. And I have to throw that.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Democrat too, but you believe the fact that he's black puts it over the top, right?
Oh, that puts absolutely that takes him from gold status to platinum status, and that's what I tried to convey in the article as well with Herman Cain versus an Obama. Both guys are black, both are accomplished, but Herman Cain he's not embraced in one bit in the black community. And I said he could come delivering free pizzas, and that wouldn't be good enough. Yet Obama can say that he's going to deliver pizzas, and they would treat him and he's treated as if he's God.
Well, what's been the reaction? We got less than a minute. What's been the reaction to the column?
I've been receiving lots of support and from people. I've met a lot of people because of the column, and I'm glad to know that my frustration isn't just my frustration. It's a lot of families, and it resonated with a lot of people, and they were happy that I spoke out about
even African Americans, or no?
Oh, of course not.
Yeah, well, that's sad. That's sad to hear, Taleeb. That really is sad to hear. Listen, keep up the good work. We'll have you back soon. I thank you for your time, sir.
Thank you, Steve.
All right, thank you. That's Taleeb Starks, ladies and gentlemen. Interesting column. Check it out at AmericanThinker.com, AmericanThinker.com, and Taleeb Starks, the column, My Fellow Blacks, Can I Criticize Dear Leader Now? And the book that he is the author of is The Uncivil War, Blacks versus the N-Word. All right, here on the Steve Malzberg Show. When we come back, the great Andy McCarthy will grace our presence.